Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Andrew David. This is Blake Newbar's High Performance Call with the partner program. Now, have you asked yourself, especially if you've run a number of these opportunities, you've been a network marketer before, you've tried online, maybe you had your own business and it just hasn't quite worked. One of the biggest reasons people struggle is because they treat these like a hobby, or they don't treat it enough like an actual business. Now, real businesses will have a mission statement, a vision statement. That's kind of what I want you guys to look at over the course of this week. You know, they understand who they are in the marketplace, who their audience is, and what their role is with their audience. So throughout this week, we're pulling information from a number of different sources when it comes to the mission and vision statement. I'm pulling information from Russell Brunson when it comes to your attractive character and elements of the attractive character and the archetypes of the identities of different types of attractive characters. And then we're taking that and we're combining it with our mission and our vision, where we want our business to go, and connecting that to the stories that we tell our audience in order to connect with them, engage with them, turn them into raving fans, and get them to recognize that we've got a product that they like, right? So here's why this is important. If you're putting stuff out there and you're shooting all over the place, if you're struggling to come up with ideas for content, it may be because you don't understand your audience enough, or you don't understand who you're supposed to be for your audience, and who your business is supposed to be for your audience. Not all of this stuff is necessary in order to launch. And I want to be real clear about that. You guys don't need to do this in order to put together a funnel and get going. Okay. And we have people that succeed, that, you know, get sales going, start their business up, start to get some traffic without fully understanding all of this. What I'm doing is giving you some tools, some ideas, some questions that you can ask yourself to start to build out your overall vision of your business as it goes into the future. One of the key components of the partner program that Blake put together, you know, he did it the way that he did for a couple of reasons. Number one is he wanted to provide something that was, you know, tangible, even if in a digital sense, where it wasn't just theory. Something you could use, get put together, make a few customizations, and run with as far as the business goes. So many things when it comes to this digital space is just theory. He wanted to give you something you can use, and you've got that. You've got the products. They're there. But it was put together to be either a great foundational piece where this can be what you use forever to run your business, or it can be an awesome stepping stone into something more. And so the whole purpose of these high performance calls is to help you understand how you can improve and how your business can improve and how you can turn it into whatever it is that you've dreamed about, how to take it to that point. Now, some of you have these big dreams, and in order to do that, you got to have a business that has a foundation. You got to know where it is you're coming from. You got to be able to connect with your audience. So that's where all this comes from. Okay. So with that in mind, let's kind of dive into quick review, the attractive character. So we went over the elements, backstory, being able to, you know, your backstory, who you are, where you came from, why you're doing it. Parables, being able to tell stories. So that connects to the storylines down here. We'll talk about the character flaws, is who you are, and the simple fact that you're not perfect. And then polarity, being polarizing in what you do. There's different ways of doing that. And we'll talk about that in the storylines as well. Now, the identity, this is you deciding how it is you want to bring forth that message. You have the leader, adventure, crusader, reporter, evangelist, and the reluctant hero. So a quick review of who that is. We've got, where are we at here? The leader guides the audience from one place to another. Hey, I've achieved this. I've done it. I've overcome stuff. Let me show you, right? That's what the leader is. The adventure crusader is, I'm not totally sure how all of it works yet. I don't know everything yet. I don't have all the answers, but I'm going to go seek them out. I'm going to share them with you guys so you can see this pathway to go. Next is, rather than taking on a solo mission, the evangelist, the reporter, comes in and says, hey, I don't know everything yet, but I'm going to find it out. I'm going to borrow some information from other experts. Now, you do that either through your own research and then sharing that research, your interviews and sharing those interviews, but you're borrowing credibility as the evangelist and the reporter. A combination, in my mind, a combination of the evangelist reporter and the adventurer here, as far as how you position yourself, I feel like both of those are a pretty good way, or a combination of them are a pretty good way to go forward as you look at what to do, right? The last one there is the reluctant hero. This is maybe, this wasn't really what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into business and do X, Y, Z, but now I'm here. And so I might as well share with you because I've uncovered some secrets and I want you to be able to know, I just can't hold back. I got to show you, right? So some of you that are maybe leaving, if you've been in air conditioning for your whole life and now you're starting to you're wanting to market to those air conditioning, HVAC contractors, that's kind of that sense of duty. Hey guys, I was there in the trenches with you. Now I want to show you how, right? So that's kind of how that works. Now your mission, there's difference here. So we have our character, mission, vision. These are questions that you can answer for yourself. Mission statement is a formal summary of the aims and values. It's kind of how you do something. And then we're getting into, so again, the product or service you deliver, the audience you deliver to, and the problem you solve. So product that or service we deliver, training on how to use social media to get clients. Audience is your niche. The problem it solves is helping them with their business, generate more leads to make more money, right? Now you can make that flowery, you can create a bit more around it, but that's kind of where that starts. How do you create it? So what do we do? How do we do it? Who do we do it for? All these questions are available on these slides. I'll drop it into the chat here in another second. Okay. Here's some examples. Mission statement versus vision. All right. Now, creating a vision statement. Well, let me ask this. How many of you guys spent some time looking over and creating a mission statement? Did anybody do it and would like to, share? What's the product? How do you do it? What's the problem? Who do you help? Anybody like to share theirs?
Yeah, I don't mind, Andrew.
Okay.
Mike? Okay, so Mike first.
Yeah, so the mission statement I put together is to provide a path for motorcycle businesses to create new and follow current customers as economic climate and social behaviors change over time.
Okay. I like that. You talk about the problem they've got, and part of that problem is ever ongoing change. Help them get clients using social media, right? And you've identified motorcycle businesses. I would look at how to make that a little more concise. Shorten it up, in part because we're going to talk about the vision some, and you'll see almost as you look at the ongoing client or ongoing climate of change, almost becomes part of the vision. Okay. So mission statement, just real simple, who you are, what your product is, how you do it, problem you solve. Okay.
Okay.
Michelle, did you have one?
Hey, I did. I might need to get some more specific on it, but what I started with, I am a 3-time divorcee, single mom of 3 on a mission to help divorced single parents elevate from a life of surviving to thriving, providing tools to restore yourself and build your thriving life and livelihood.
Okay.
So it's kind of generic in that I don't have a specific of how that's going to be done, but
no, so you've got
overall mission.
Okay, so you've got the major components, and then we have a little extra flowery, which is fine. So part of the flowery will probably transform into the vision, but you identified who you are, you identified your target, right? Other divorcees, other people who've gone through it. You said tools and what to help them overcome?
I had tools
And training or something?
I just had tools, providing tools to restore yourself and build a thriving life and livelihood.
So it's kind of, the problem you're solving is the fact that they don't have the livelihood right now, or they're not thriving. You're going to give them tools, and you've got who they are, right? The mission is pretty straightforward, right? And part of the reason for this is, and making it a little nicer like that, making it a little bit nicer like that is fine, because you're kind of communicating the mission to others, right? Outside of the organization, let's say, because we're building this business, guys. We're not building this business to only remain us forever. Well, some of you might be, some of you may never want subcontractors or other people working for you, and that's fine. Maybe you never want to do that and you want to just automate it and keep it small. Great. But even that, you want your mission is kind of what's speaking to your audience. The vision is going to be, what you hold either for yourself or employees or subcontractors, all that kind of stuff, right? Like it's for me to understand so I can make my decisions, because if things don't align with my mission or the vision for my business, I can say no, right? Someone can come along and offer me a crap ton of money to go do restoration work. Andrew, we're going to pay you this. No, because it has nothing to do with where I'm going, right? If people come along and the program that they want me to work with, or all they want me to do is a certain thing, and it's just about making money, or it's not empowering enough for the end client, then well, that doesn't fit what I want, right? It doesn't fit me, and it doesn't matter how much you really pay me for it. I'm not going to spend my time on it. It takes me away from what my vision is for myself, right?
One question about vision statements in general then, Andrew, with all of us, like for mine, I just said providing tools because I have various tools that help them, kind of like you have various tools that help us, but is that too generic? Do you need to be more
well, so the tools though is going to be,
statement?
the tools are going to be part of your mission statement, because it's how do we do it? What do we have? What problem do they have? Who's the audience? How do we help them solve that problem? Right? Kind of work there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get into the vision a little bit more here in just a second. Does anyone else have a mission statement?
You don't need to be more specific.
Not necessarily with that, but answer some of the questions that are in there. Does anybody else have any mission statement they want to share? Two of you are brave enough, or did just two of you do the homework?
Michael,
go for it, Michael.
That's good. It's a short. The mission of Teaching Tales Publishing is to provide the public with sound spiritual knowledge and experiential techniques proven useful in maximizing psycho-spiritual development.
Okay.
Too long?
The only thing I would look at is maybe defining a little bit more from public.
Okay.
I mean, I know you want to reach everybody, but part of that, I think, would help you hone your message in some, if it's maybe those that are ready for or in need of, that awakening, because then you start looking for people that are in that position, as opposed to trying to speak to every single person, right?
Thanks.
Okay. Anybody else for now? No, nobody?
Okay.
Andrew.
Well, this is something that I wrote that I know I have to craft more.
Okay.
But mine is to positively affect the lives of others by empowering them to own their own lives and helping them achieve their dreams. Providing education and offering support and giving my time will be the cornerstone of my mission.
Okay. All of the elements are there. Simplify it.
Okay.
Right? Like you're talking about the people that need need what you got. You talk about you're going to be providing the help, right? There's all of that's there. What you do, how you do, who you do it for. Just simplify it. Now the vision is part of this, guys, is we have a tendency to try to make things more complicated than it needs to be, right? Think about it like this. You want something so that if someone asks, they go, this is what they are and who they are, right? It's almost your slogan. It's just a little bit more than that, but it's here it is. Does that make sense, guys? Like the feeling that I'm trying to get across is that it's short and sweet and here you go, right? So we help veteran entrepreneurs grow their business through lead generation. Short, simple, here you go. Right? Hartley, you had one. What were you going to say?
Well, I think I did this wrong. I created a mission statement for me to be successful in my first funnel, as opposed to a mission statement, which is for the clients that I hope to buy my product.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of us at the beginning here, guys, our mission is like our attractive character, our business is us, right? It's us. In this case, though, the purpose of the mission statement is to say, here's the problem I solve for this audience, and this is how I do it. And then the vision is going to be part of where we are and where we're going, kind of future facing, and how we're going to get through, kind of giving us an overarching sense of direction, so we can answer that question. So Hartley, do you want to share what you wrote?
It's not positive. I don't think this is a good audience.
Okay.
But I'll just.
You can send it to me. You send it to me, or if you want to type in privately, or just send it to me in Skype, and I'll go back and forth with you there. Not a problem. So let me kind of break down mission versus vision just a little bit more here, guys. Okay, the mission statement clarifies what the company wants to achieve. So what we're saying here, now this isn't my personal goal. This isn't why I'm necessarily running. This is what I want my company to achieve for others out there who they want to support. Like, so I want to support veterans, divorcees, moms, motorcycle companies, whatever, right? On the other hand, the vision statement says, this is where I want the company to go, how I want it to help the community, how I want it to help the world. This is what I want. This is the type of change that I want to see come about because of what the mission allows me to do. Okay, so the vision is where I want it to go. The mission is how I'm going to get there. Right? So I know I got a couple of confused looks. I'm sorry. Go through this, listen, study it later. While your mission statement's rooted in the actions your business takes. So I provide these tools. I give this training. I'm constantly providing my own services, support, whatever. Right. And the reason behind it, because I want to help these businesses with this problem, the vision statement clarifies the ideal future. I want to help these individuals, this type of business, allow them to serve more, blah, 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 right? The legacy you want to build, future-based, meant to inspire. So some of you guys are working, you've got solopreneurs, digital entrepreneurs, a lot of people that maybe, again, this goes to what I had said yesterday. Most small businesses in this country or around the world, or most businesses are small businesses. Many of them are what you could consider a family-run business. It's run by a man or a woman or a couple or a family and a handful of employees. So what kind of change can I bring about if I allow them to build their businesses and help them thrive in the climate of the business climate that we're in? Okay, so the reason that I create the vision statement is this is what's going to inspire me as I go forward. This is what's going to help me keep pushing out. This is what's, if I bring on employees, or if I have subcontractors that I work with, or if I'm going, is what I'm doing, is what I'm posting right now going to help accomplish this vision? And is it in line with the mission that I've got to do that? Okay, so here's a couple of things about a vision statement. You want it to be concise. So again, keep it simple, so it's repeatable, easy to remember. One prime goal to achieve. So it can be a larger goal, but one main category. We don't need to have a whole chapter for a vision statement, right? That's way beyond that. Define the time horizon. So think a few years ahead, where the company is going rather than how things are right now. Now, obviously you want to align it also with your goals too. Okay, I got a couple people with hands up. Edwin, you got a question?
Not a question. I just wanted to see what you think about my mission statement and see if there's anything that I could improve a little better on it. So my mission statement is, as a social media marketing strategist, I bring companies' brands to the next level. Whether you're looking for new ways to grow or just want me as your digital sidekick, we'll be able to reach our goals together.
Okay, so that's almost like an elevator pitch.
Okay.
Right? So what I would do is shorten it. So digital marketing, who you are, great. Bring your brand to the next level, generate more sales, whatever, like identify that problem a little bit more succinctly. And I'm going to do it by providing you tools, providing you services, or giving you what you need to achieve XYZ. Like, so just take that and shorten it. Right. So this is, again, guys, this isn't the point where some of you guys may have been to BNI or Chamber of Commerce or Rotary or other clubs where you have to stand up and give like they call it the 60-second sales pitch or sales manager minute, or right, your elevator pitch, right? And a lot of times the elevator pitch is almost a combination of your mission statement, your vision statement. The more effective ones, though, also identify who your target audience is, right? So what we're trying to do here, though, is just pull out, this is what I'm trying to do, right? This is who I'm trying to help. This is the problem that they've got, right? So take that, shrink it down some, okay? All right, did somebody else have their hands up, wanted to talk? No? Anybody else?
Yeah, Andrew.
Yes, sir.
I have not selected my niche yet, but just to get the clarification on this mission statement, vision statement, as I understand, considering the example of real estate broker, suppose. So the mission statement would be to provide services and tools to the real estate brokers who are struggling to get customers in this competitive and down market. And the vision statement would be, I see my business to provide tools and services to the real estate brokers of entire US in next 5 years.
Could be. Yeah. I mean, so it would be, I would just add in there what it is, providing, getting to that point in 5 years and being able to do it all across the country. What kind of change are you looking to help them achieve with it, right? So overall changing the community other than just getting my name known, right? And I'm going to share some examples of visions in a second. The mission statements, you got your real estate brokers. I'm helping them in the down market. I would almost, your mission statement, although it can change, you want it to be more than just, I want to help them in the down market. It's, I want to help them, connect with their audience better and create better relationships, something like that. And then I do that through, tools, training, the templates, et cetera. Mission statements, part of this, guys, is to understand, again, as you build for growth, as you build to scale, do you have the vision of what it's going to be to get there, right? So Curtis saying to provide a path to grow your outdoor adventure business with funnels to increase your leads and sales. Yes, except the only thing I would change is if people aren't aware what funnels are, they're not going to know what you mean, right? So it's to where what Blake talks about all the time. It's like, Blake's targeting digital marketers. If you go to his page, and he might have changed it, but if you go into the Facebook training, he's talking about your page and your brand. He has, build funnels, get leads, make money, something like that, right? But he's going after digital marketers that know, for the most part, what a funnel is. But what you're doing is you're turning social media into a lead generator, right? I'm trying to help you get buyers leads. I'm trying to help you get, work with blah, 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 right? Real estate brokers don't exist in every state, global, not just US when you build. Yeah. So again, it's just understanding your market. Are we doing brokers? Are we doing real estate agents, which are different than realtors? It's all, understanding your market. So it could just be real estate professionals. Okay. Did I share this link in here? I did, right? So the link that I dropped into the chat is the link for these slides. So a couple other things. You want to be stable. So a long-term perspective. So my mission is to continue to provide those, or my vision. I want real estate professionals to be able to connect with their audience no matter what happens. So if Facebook changes, if LinkedIn changes, I'm still going to be here providing support and help for you. I want to be kind of your go-to so that real estate agents will always be able to bridge that gap, something along those lines. It doesn't want to be something that can be easily met and discarded. So, I achieved it. he was just talking about being able to do it across the country. That's obviously a bigger one that's going to take more time, right? You want it to be able to motivate employees or yourself. So this is something that I really want to be able to do. Now, some of you guys are working more with, with the individuals, or you're looking to create a change inside of individuals. So this inspiring portion of your vision should be something you can outline, right? So again, it's the company's goal and what it inhales, what it breathes in. This is what's going to help you catalyze your company's actions. Okay. So a few questions to help identify. Again, I'm going to give you these slides, but what ultimate impact do I want my brand to have on my community, industry, or world? What way will my brand ultimately interact with customers and clients? And what will the culture of my business look like? And how will that play out in my life and employees? So part of it can just be, is the quality of what I'm putting out connected to my vision? Or if the quality sucks, for example, if your overall vision is to help, we're talking about real estate professionals because that's there. We're talking about, I'm going to use that one, and then I'm going to talk about veterans. I think Sherman was posting that, right? So real estate brokers, real estate professionals, real estate agents. If my goal is to help them to connect with everyone in the country, to help every real estate professional in the country connect with their audience better, I'm working with professionals here. I'm working with people who understand the value of marketing because they put a lot of money into it, right? We can all agree that real estate professionals spend money on their image, right? They get their headshots, they get them photoshopped and touched up so they look nice and airbrushed and pretty. They create door hangers, they've got calendars, they got flyers, they do all these different things. So if I want to be the go-to person for these individuals, if I want to help them, can I put out an image that's out of focus in my, news feed? Can I comment and put in half sentences or not speak in at least a semi-professional manner? Now you can have a conversational tone and still be professional, but that helps dictate, hey, this is what I need to put out. I need to do that, right? And that's all. Partly the only reason the page is not fully bold is I just didn't finish copying or, covered it up and clicked bold on the whole thing. I typed it out.
I'm just playing with you, Andrew. Don't worry about it.
So that's the real estate. Now on the veteran side, or on the divorcee side, or on some of you guys that are working with, boomers. Well, if I want to help them, I've got to understand more what they want. If I'm working with veterans, then I'm going to be supportive of the effort that they put in, how important that transition from, service to civilian life is. I'm going to offer other, I'm going to become a resource for them for therapy, for employment, for resume writing, for all sorts of different things, not just how to start an online business, not just to help them with their business, but I want to help every veteran in that way. I want to empower every single veteran to better their life, welcome them back into, civilian lifestyle with a career, a skill, an opportunity, or a possibility of scaling the business that they have, utilizing social media and more. That's going to be part of my vision if that's what I'm working with. If I'm working with boomers, then what I'm trying to do is help them understand that the technology and the power of technology is now part of their life and they're capable of learning it. And here's some simple ways to do that so that you can use it not just to see what your children and grandchildren are doing, but so you can reconnect with friends and loved ones from all over the world, so you can build up your business, so you can expand the horizon and understand that, hey, life might be a little bit different, but that doesn't mean it's any less. Let me show you the beauty of it, right? If I've got, what do we got? Motorcycles. Hey, what I want to do is help you understand the power of marketing so that along with running your business, you're still able to hit the road and enjoy that freedom of the air through your hair or, the top of your scalp, whatever it is, right? Who else has got some, guys, I'm just kind of throwing out ideas for different niches here. Who else has got a different niche that I can just throw out ideas there? Go ahead. Anybody?
I probably have one.
Michael, go ahead.
So the vision, okay. So it's my thing's sort of unique. I think our vision is to experience a world where altruism and generosity have become endemic in our species, where love and wisdom prevail over hate, violence, and oppression. We realize that visions exist far ahead in time, but let's all work together now.
Okay. Again, all of those elements are there. I would make it more concise. So it's in order to help the world overcome the apathy and lack of compassion, we are positioning ourselves to integrate, these trainings into society, something along those lines, right? So a little bit more concise. And part of that, Michael, is just your time as doctor and theorist and everything else. So it's almost higher level than it needs to be. Make it just, here it is, and bring that power there, right? I mean, think about the greatest, one of the greatest storytellers ever on earth with Christ. It's, the meek and humble shall inherit the earth, right? Do unto others as you would have them do, like it's short and sweet. Here you go. Like, those are the things that, hey, I'm sitting down and I've got to work, and you just say, is this going to empower them? Will they reach their potential? Because that one or two phrase thing that's going to just pop for you. Does anybody else have another niche? We throw out any ideas, and I'm just giving you random ideas, and you guys are going to build upon these based on you and where you're at. Because this is going to help you write your stories. This is going to help you write, with who you're trying to connect with. Carmen, did you have something? You just came up.
I'm in the travel space. Been doing it a long time. I have a travel company. I don't have my mission statement, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But that's the space that I'm in. So, reaching out to others, and on the corporate side, I do a lot of talking and on panels, but on the leisure side, that's one of the things that I'm currently revamping. I've been doing it a long time, but I handle world-class track athletes and others. So that would be something that I would probably need help, or just kind of how to sort that out.
Okay, so the niche, your company is, all right. We're talking primarily about the partner program right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Who's your audience?
So would I do something that I'm currently doing, or would I change the audience? That would be my first question.
That's up to you. Have you already decided on a niche to build out your funnel?
Well, that's the one I know the most. I probably could start there.
That's okay.
I have a whole list of stuff.
Okay. Have you gotten your strategy session yet?
No, that's coming
Okay.
up. I think
Let's get you there.
Okay.
And then we can, once you've got that decision, then, part of this. And so some of you guys that are brand new and you haven't done that yet, I know there's a few of you on here. Take this, listen to it, just kind of think about it. You don't have to decide on mission and vision before you've decided on your niche and who your audience is, right? Because that'll go into part of it. And remember, we're selecting the first niche. And part of this, guys, is hopefully you've got a vision for your business where you're not going after just one niche, right? We get that second one at 10K. You may go 3, 4, like you may decide you're only ever going to work with 2, and we're going to stay real close, and we're going to build those out. There's different ways to build this, but I want you guys looking not just, I got to get this decided and launch, but where the hell am I going to go with this in 2 years and 5 years, right? I want you building with that in mind, because now I understand this isn't just about, launching and making some money before Andrew's birthday on August 25th here in just a few weeks, just, throwing that anyway. But it's not just about that. It's, how am I doing this for 2025, right? Does everybody understand that? That's why I'm trying to give you guys this. I want you to look at it down the road. That's where we're looking to go. Okay. So, Jesus is July 26th. There you go. Right around the corner. All right. So questions about your vision. These are questions that you're going to ask yourself. I put the link in there for the slides. It's in the Skype group. You can join the Skype group from your accountability rep if you don't have that link, but there's some ideas. All right. So here's a few examples of, and there you go. See, now you got me paying attention to this stuff, Hartley. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. There we go. They were gray for some reason. Okay. Alzheimer's Association says a world without Alzheimer's disease. That's their vision. Teach for America. One day, all children in this nation will have the opportunity to attain an excellent education. LinkedIn, create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. Southwest, to be the world's most loved, most efficient, most profitable airline. Dunkin', to be always the desired place for great coffee, beverages, and delicious complimentary donuts and bakery products to enjoy with family and friends. Right? That's their vision. Anything they do. So LinkedIn, whatever they're doing, hey, should we allow companies to run ads? Well, will it create some more economic opportunities for those businesses? Yes, it will. Okay. This extra feature about being able to post when you're looking for a job, should we allow that on LinkedIn? Well, it's going to help other members of the global workforce find work, right? Yes, it will. Okay, great. We're doing it. Teach for America. Hey, guys, what else can we do to help every nation or every child in this nation have a better opportunity for education? Well, what about after school programs? What about, tablets and computers? What about this? What about that? They're able to come up with ideas because they're basing it off of their vision. Right? If part of my vision for myself and where I want to take this whole thing for me with the Phoenix Mentor and everything else, part of my vision is to empower people and help them overcome the obstacles they have and live their potential. Well, then something like the personal development makes sense. Something like the 30-day affirmations challenge, that makes sense. Me learning how to run a business, market my own business and help other people market their business. Well, that makes sense because it helps people step out. Occasionally talking about things like addiction and therapy and depression and all of that. If I talk about that and I can connect with someone and point them in the direction where they're going to find the help that they need, well, then I'm going to do that because it fits what I'm talking about. Right? So I've got my vision and I can work on those elements. So there's some examples. Here's some ideas that you can use to write out yours. Let's see, I had a couple of chats there. Oh, happy birthday, everybody. We got a few of those. All right. So next, okay. Attractive character storylines. I'm just going to give these a couple of quick things because we're going to, hopefully you guys today and tomorrow, you're going to work on your mission statement, your vision statement, and then you're going to have some links that we can look at some of these storylines. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing tomorrow. That's your homework, mission statement, vision statement, so we can discuss some of those. And then we're going to look at some posts to see if there's any kind of storylines in them. Okay. So again, when Blake talked about the skills that it takes, marketing was the second thing that he talked about. When I talk about on my strategy sessions, when I talk about the skills it takes to be successful, marketing is the second thing that I talk about on there. Becoming a good storyteller, whether or not you want to be in front of the camera, becoming a good storyteller is going to be essential for you. So learn how to be a good storyteller. Now, Russell Brunson in .com Secrets talks about a handful of different types of stories. So I'm just running through these quick because I want you to study them out. All of your posts should kind of follow one of these, guys. Loss and redemption. I had it all went away. I had to figure out how to build back up, right? Connecting with your audience, showing that you've had the trials as well. Us versus them. This is the reality of, there's a little bit of us versus them here. There is sometimes, we got groups that come and go with the high performance. So I know not everybody's going to connect with me. I know not everybody wants to hear the message. I know not everyone's going to pay attention. I understand not everybody wants to better themselves. I talk about the fact that all of you are capable of more than you imagine, but the reality is not every person is going to succeed. And more often than not, it's because they allow the walls that have been built up over time to stand in their way. And it has nothing to do with the program, has nothing to do with Facebook, has nothing to do with, oh, my account got shut down, or I was too busy here, I was too busy there. It's just the BS excuses that we tell ourselves that keep us from succeeding. Now, some people will succeed faster than others, but the reality is those that don't, in my mind, and this just goes from working with thousands of people over the years, and I'm not talking about becoming rich, just talking about changing your life in a better way. Some people just fall to the drama. So which side of that equation do you want to fall on? Now, saying things like that sometimes pisses people off. And I'm okay with that. I've had to learn to become okay with that. I wasn't for a long, long time. Now I am. You guys can do the similar thing for you. You're talking about if you've got a type of niche that you're working with, that maybe there's large corporations and then there's the mom and pops and they're almost fighting against each other. And your mission is to help those small business owners to remain viable then yeah, there's a bit of us versus them, and you should absolutely use that, right? And there's different ways to go about that. Okay. So us versus them is one. Here we go. Before and after. So that's the transformation. Now, this can be your business. It can be their business, right? What life looked like or what business looked like after I did this, after they did it. That jumps to one of these third-party testimonials. Once you kind of have some built up for at the beginning, use Blake's. There's testimonials on the pages that you guys have on your funnel pages. There's testimonials there. Use those. Amazing discovery stories. Let me tell you what I discovered as I was building the business, what happened, all that kind of elements. And then let me tell you a secret about how to do XYZ, right? If you can tell secrets and help people discover, remember, people want to discover things. They don't want to learn them, right? People don't want you. I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to help you discover. You're doing the same thing with your audience. They don't want to be taught. Okay. They want to be, they want to discover, they want it revealed. That's how we kind of bring about what we're doing. Okay. Here's homework for you guys. Work on the mission statement, work on your vision statement. You've got a post or two and you want to go, I try to write a post with, or I'm writing about myself, or this is the, I'm trying to kind of come at it from a reporter standpoint, and this is what I used here, right? Can you all imagine with me being able to really sit there and say, okay, I kind of feel like I'm going to do the, I'm the reporter, the evangelist. I feel like I don't know quite enough yet. So I'm going to borrow what other people are saying in training. And, this is who I want to help. And this is where I would really love for this industry. And I want my company to be there and allow the industries that I'm helping to achieve this. And so I'm going to post that. Can you imagine having that stuff cleared up for you and being able to sit down with this clear idea of what it is you're doing, who you're doing it for, and how you want to go about accomplishing it? How much easier will it be to find someone else's content and go, hey, this is something I can repurpose? I can say yes or no to anything at that point, right? Now, hopefully you have kind of that personal vision for yourself, but for your company, can we all see how that might change things for you and the pathway that you're on? So that's your homework for today, guys. Mission statement, vision statement, and either write out a post that you would use on social media. Remember trying to write it. Michelle asked earlier, about 5th grade. We're writing it somewhere around an 8th grade level, 11 to 15, somewhere in their age range, right? Use a story post, use a, I'm revealing a secret. I found this out. I discovered that so-and-so said this. So let me show you. Write something. If you've got it up already on Facebook, that's great. Otherwise, you can share it and we'll review them tomorrow. Okay. Good with everybody. All right, guys. I know some of you are kind of looking at this. Look, and if you don't want to do any of this, that's okay. At least start thinking about it. Start to put things down. Start to put some ideas together. Maybe you're in a spot like Carmen and you haven't decided yet on your niche, or you're not ready to launch yet. That's okay too. Come up with, for you personally, and you could just put my audience for whoever that niche is going to be. Start to create your vision for yourself into the future, where you would like that to be. Okay. And that'll help you out. On that note, I'm going to go, I've got to meet with one of you here in about 15 minutes. I need to grab some water. You guys go have an amazing day. Go out, be awesome. We'll talk soon, everybody. Take care.